Hey, what's up, Boomer? SkullCrusher here. It is Thursday, October the 10th, 2019, and we are coming right back at you with another Boom Beach video. Boomers, it has been just over 24 hours since Warships Season 4 has been launched live, and that it has been an absolute blast so far. I know I myself am absolutely enjoying it. I hope you guys are too. And in today's video, we're actually going to be talking about something that we didn't actually cover much in Warships Season 1, 2, or 3, and that is Captain Borealis, my mini account, guys. That's one account that I never really touched on very much, and to be honest with you, I do believe it was because I was so focused on SkullCrusher and pushing that account to the max, or at least to the best of my ability, that we just completely benched Captain Borealis for the season. It wasn't until the end of Season 3 that I really started to push this account just to give myself a little bit of a head start for Season 4. And so far, guys, I'm absolutely enjoying I think my mini account more than my main right now, at least for 2 ER gameplay. With SkullCrusher, it is 3 ER gameplay. A lot of those top dogs did pretty much rush right into 3 ERs. It was the smart thing to do. It was readily available. The unlock keys were there as well. It was a no-brainer. But just kind of scaling it back here, focusing back on 2 ER, which is with Captain Borealis, and I'm sure many of you boomers out there, 2 ER gameplay, it is fast, it is furious, or it can be slow and dull. And once again, that all depends on your tech tree choices. So the first thing that we're going to go over with regards to 2 ER gameplay is the tech tree. So if you guys actually want to take a look right over here, right off the bat, we are just limited to this first section of the tech tree here. Once we actually shift over just a little bit to the right, you can see the 3rd ER available for unlocking. Once again, I highly recommend do not do that, at least if you're new to Warships, or if you have a mini account, if you're pacing. For me, this is all for fun. I want to dominate 2 ER gameplay, be the best 2 ER game player I can be until I'm left with no other choice to unlock that 3rd ER once we get matched with continuous 3 ER opponents. So right off the bat, guys, the con would be the fact that your tech tree choices are very limited, only what is available right off the bat here. And as you can see, it's not much, guys. We've got gunboat, we have got our mortar, we've got artillery, we've also got our landing craft, we've got machine gun, sniper tower, we've got rifleman, flare, mine, multi-node. We'll get into what I would recommend you choose in just a moment, and then of course ice. They are giving us a building health right off the bat here. Just absolutely insane, guys. I love it. Maybe so many people did whine like myself at the end of Season 3 with regards to not having building health for a very long time. I just think that's very cool on Supercell's end to throw it in there. So even for 2 ER gameplay, guys, you can actually utilize and maximize building health. So here it is, guys. This is the tech tree for 2 ER gameplay. You're very limited. What I would recommend is you do need a steady balance of decent riflemen, and by decent riflemen, level 4 or 5. If you plan on dominating 2 ER gameplay, then of course max rifleman will be the go-to, but there will be some defensive balances that you will need to look into with regards to maxing your machine guns and also tapping into that ice, that building health. So far, since I've upgraded building health to 40%, I've noticed a pattern with regards to the majority of my opponents leaving 1 ER. A lot of Warship players I've noticed so far for 2 ER gameplay in Warship Season 4 just go for that easy art, I should say, considering artillery is not even available, and we'll just try to art out an engine room, and having that additional building health just takes that away and already gives you that advantage. And guys, what I'm talking about here is we're going to make our way over to the Warship events log, and as you can see, there is a lot of yellow in there. We've got 1 red. Big shout out to Le Poisson Globe right there. Just absolutely wrecked me. Yeah, his layout, the time, actually, I'll show you my replay here. This just was not a good attack on my end here, and it wasn't even like that crazy of a layout here. Level 16 mines, like not even max machine guns, and the mortars itself were only level 12, so maybe it was the path that I chose with the landing of my Rifleman. I thought we can just kind of push in from the top left, but unfortunately, guys, that wasn't the case. We were lucky and able to get one, but we died going... Oh, no, we did get the second, guys, but it did take a very long time. 2 Riflemen for the end there, so that was just a mental mistake on my end there. I'm sure if I maybe would have dropped maybe a little bit more evenly in the front, we probably would have done much better. But going back into it, guys, already having 40% building health, 40% ice, a majority of my opponents are not even getting both of my ERs here, yet alone one. So right down to Cold Hog, I do believe that we did have no ice. This was 22 hours ago, and then you can see 22 hours ago, it was another win there, but of course, we both had engine rooms left at 13 hours ago in 19 minutes. That's when I went right, and I mean right to 30% building health, 30% ice, and then as you can see, my opponent was only able to get 1 ER. Second battle, my opponent was only able to get 1 ER. Third battle, my opponent didn't get any of the ERs. I'll show you the replay on that one. I do believe he just went for the drop, and unfortunately, it just didn't work for him. He even actually barred out a mortar and a machine gun, so this was actually a decent attack on his end here. Unfortunately, not good enough. The max machine guns really make a difference, and even having that spread combination, even combination of mortars and machine guns really is just an insane threat to all Riflemen, and considering Riflemen are the only troops available for 2 ER gameplay, you want that even distribution of mortars and machine guns. Going back into the tech tree here, going to the multi-node, you can see that there's sniper tower, machine gun, and mortar. Right off the bat, guys, X off that sniper tower. You do not want that, okay? The machine gun and the mortar is the go-to. I would recommend the mortar, because once you do max out your machine guns, that is going to give you 6 machine guns. Choosing the machine guns will give you 2 more, which will give you 8. Choosing the mortars will give you 2 additional mortars, and already having my mortars at level 4, so 1 more to go to max, that's only going to give you 3 mortars. So choosing the mortar multi-node will actually give you 2 more additional mortars, so even when you max your mortars, you'll have 5 mortars and 6 machine guns. That's max machine guns as well. So having 5 mortars and 6 machine guns, both max, that is a ultimate deadly combination to all Riflemen, even max Riflemen. So once everyone gets to that max mortar, max machine gun, I'm seeing a lot of that already, it's making things very interesting for the Rifleman rushes, and that's pretty much all you're seeing for 2 ER gameplay here. Going back into the log here, guys, as you can see, once we locked in that ice there, opponent left 1 ER, opponent left 1 ER, opponent left 2 ERs, opponent left 2 ERs, opponent left 1 ER, opponent left 1 ER, and opponent left 2 ERs. This one is crazy here. We'll go in and show this replay here. Once again, guys, the nice spread of the mortars and the machine guns really making a difference. All Riflemen, once again, the only choice that you have available, because Riflemen are the only troops available for 2 ER gameplay in Warships Season 4. That awesome splash damage from the mortars with the splash damage from the machine guns just rips those Riflemen a new one, and look how close he got to barding out an ER. He was going for that bard out, but unfortunately, we've got 40% building health, guys. That's 40% ice, which makes it incredibly difficult to pull that off. So having 40% ice on my 2 ER brings it to 28,000. So that's a lot more than 5 or 6 artillery to bring that down, even with level 3 artillery there. Guys, it's absolutely insane and imperative that you go and max out that building health, or if you're focusing on 2 ER gameplay, it's building health, it's machine guns, it's mortars. Of course, mines thrown in there add additional splash damage and just great defense to the all Rifleman rushes. Bombardiers will be a different story, because that will be 3 ER gameplay, meaning that once again, Supercell gave us Bombardiers super early for 3 ER gameplay, and it's something to worry about, but we'll get into that in another video, guys. You really want to focus on choosing that multi-node with the mortar, and of course, guys, max out those MGs, get those 6 machine guns, choose that mortar on the multi-node, get 5 mortars, get 6 machine guns, and of course, just leave the sniper towers for now. They're really not going to do anything to mass infantry, meaning all Rifleman rushes here. And of course, maxing out your building health, or that ice, makes a huge difference for 2 ER gameplay, because most players, like I said, will try to just art out an engine room. I'll see if I can show you an example right here, where another opponent left 2. I think, no, we saw that one here. We'll check out Makros Krav Maga here. That's a fun one to say right there. So, once again, pay attention to the engine rooms. He's just dropping those artillery like crazy. Realizing that having that 40% ice is just not the case. You know, he's realizing that he's going to have to charge it. And goes for the Hail Mary flare, and not the case there, guys. So that's one pattern that I've noticed, is that a lot of players at 2ER gameplay will consistently try to BART out or art out one of your engine rooms. We'll go to Hero Pawn here. We'll check out his replay on my layout. And like I said, guys, my layout is nothing spectacular. I do have the ERs pushed back as far as possible. As you can see, getting that easy damage on the engine room, and he ends up retreating due to the fact that he realized that he can't art out the engine room. So that's an easy win for me, of course, just at least snagging one engine room. Guys, having that ice makes such a difference. It's something you really, really want to focus on, so I do highly recommend it, guys. And just to show you what I'm talking about, hopefully it will prove, guys. We're going to go in for a live attack here, and we're going to see if my opponent will get both of my engine rooms here. Once again, guys, you can see we've got that building health at 40%. Awesome. We've got that machine gun maxed, and we've got that mortar upgraded 3 times at level 20. So pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool indeed. And then, of course, gunboat and landing craft are both upgraded 3 times as well. So, guys, let's go in for a live battle, and let's see if having my 40% building health, my max machine guns, and that extra multi-node, 2 additional mortars, makes a difference here. So, of course, all riflemen kicking butt and taking names for me. So we've got 2. Big shout out to 2 here. So he's also got those max machine guns, and it looks like those mortars, but he does not have, I repeat, he does not have 40% building health. I think he's got 20% or 10%. Nonetheless here, we're going to jump in here, guys. I think the best route of action here, machine guns. We might have to BART 1 or 2 machine guns out. I think we probably will BART out 2 machine guns. Alright, guys, let's go for an even drop of riflemen here. Either way, it's going to be incredibly difficult. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Gonna clear some mines as well, guys, because these mines are going to be devastating. So look at that. The opponent just retreated. I bet you he tried to BART out one of my engine rooms and was unsuccessful. So this is, I think this is going to be lucky if I even get 1. But we're not going to give up yet, guys. We're still going to clear some of these mines, because I think those mines are going to be my biggest threat here. And did I mention that I do not have instant training? There's no IT on this account here. So I'm really hoping that we're going to win this on damage here. Let's keep going here. I've got 1 artillery left. We'll drop it on the engine room and the sniper. Hopefully, there we go. That's beautiful. So let's see what happens here. Who wins on damage? And beautiful, guys. Boom goes the dynamite. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. And I think this is fantastic that we caught this live while recording the video here, too. I bet you tried to art out one of my engine rooms and was unsuccessful due to the 40% building health. And look at this, guys. Look at that. He's like, what? What? So we'll speed this up now to see what happens. Didn't even have full troops loaded. He was totally expecting to BART that one out, guys, which then again is just an additional bonus for you as a warship player, having that ice to fall back on. It's fantastic. And my riflemen aren't even max, guys. My riflemen are only upgraded 3 times, guys. It's incredible. So I'm super happy that we were able to catch that with 2 right there. Once again, that's what I'm expecting, that a majority of the opponents will just attempt to art out an engine room, but having that ice makes all the difference, guys. So for those of you sticking at 2ER gameplay, for those of you that plan on dominating 2ER gameplay, you really want to get that ice to at least 30 or 40%. Once it's maxed, beautiful. And of course, guys, you definitely want to get those machine guns max, and then focus on maxing your mortars. And once you get to that multi-node, choose the mortars to have that delicate, that beautiful balance of splash damage with the mortars and the machine guns. Well, alright, boomers, 2ER gameplay. I hope that covered a lot with regards to what is available, and I know for myself, I'm just having an absolute blast crushing it with 2ER gameplay. And once again, 2 was another perfect example for crushing it for 2 ER gameplay. Okay, that pun was dope. It couldn't have worked out any better for this video. Well, alright, boomers, do not forget to leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know what you think of 2 ER gameplay. Let me know what you think of Warships Season 4. Alright, boomers, I think it's time to officially wrap things up, but if you are new and you are digging this content, do not forget to crush that subscribe button, ring that bell, stay notified for when we go live and upload awesome Boom Beach content. Now it's time to officially wrap things up. I think it's time to make like a Tom and cruise. Peace!